Uh-oh. Mic check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Can you hear me?
I can. Can you
Okay,
hear me?
sweet, sweet, sweet. Yes, ma'am, I can. I'm so happy that I can. Testing all this stuff. Well, not testing it, I'm putting it all up. Yeah, that's gonna probably be the running joke from now on. Huh? Can you hear me?
Yeah. Huh? Are you there? I see your lips moving.
What? Right?
Hmm. It's all good.
I can see you. I can't hear you.
Did you do this? Did you
Oh
do that?
man, that's horrible.
Yes, I did all of
Yeah.
that.
What troubleshooting steps have you taken? Are
I
you
got
sure? Can you
this.
try it again?
Mm,
That's gonna be one of those. Can you try it again?
Check yours. I check
Okay.
mine. I know
So
it's working.
today is going to be interesting. Well, it's not gonna be interesting. Today is gonna be something that people don't talk about. Period. Honestly,
Mhm.
I'm going to hit grief today. All right. Hello. Hello.
I'm here. Do
Can
you
you hear
hear
me?
me? Yes, I hear
Oh,
you.
okay. I was about to say. I was like, oh, come on, don't play with me. Okay. All right. So let me go ahead and roll straight into this, like cheese and bread, playing with my emotions. I was like, no, no, not again,
I
not
was saying
again.
I hear you. I don't
Um,
know why you couldn't hear me hear you. Hear you. So don't it?
how am I gonna hear you hearing me? Okay. All right. Anywho, let's flow into this. Let me go ahead and open up.
No
All right.
any old hoe will do. Okay.
So with it, I'm gonna do a different type of intro today.
Okay.
So hold on real quick, Miss B. Hey, beautiful soul. If you're listening right now, I want you to know you're not alone. I know the ache that sits quietly in your chest, the one words can't quite touch. That's grief. Not here to destroy you, but to teach you your heart how to hold love in a new way. Maybe you've lost someone you can't imagine life without. Maybe you've had to say goodbye to a version of yourself or to a dream you thought would last forever. Grief changes everything: the way you breathe, the way you see the world, the way time moves. But even in that change, there's still something sacred because every fear is proof of love. Every moment of missing them means your heart remembers. So take this moment with me. Inhale what still remains, exhale what you can no longer carry. You don't have to rush your healing. You don't have to move on. You only have to move through. And as you do, may you feel the quiet whisper of spirit reminding you you are still loved, you are still held, and your story isn't over. It's transforming. This is divine time. And right now, your healing is right on time. Ah, Miss B, can you hear me?
I can. I can. How are you?
Oh gosh,
You can't hear me?
don't play with me.
Come on now. I am so serious. I am
I
here.
can hear you now. I was about to say, I was like, yo, come on, don't do this. Okay, I was like,
No,
I hear
you
you
were
now.
annoying me. You were
Cheese
really
and
annoying me.
bread.
I was about to say, hold on, no,
I
not
was not
today,
ignoring
sis.
you. I did not hear anything.
Okay.
Nah, nah. So today, the topic on hand today is the stages of grief.
Hmm.
Now, ultimately, I just wanted to say welcome back to everybody who has returned. For everybody who is new, thank you all. Much love and appreciate it. Go ahead and hit that like, follow, subscribe, because in all honesty, that's going to help us reach those individuals that need to hear these messages. The things that we talk about on this podcast, on this show, are a lot of things that normal individuals don't speak about out in public, and even families and households don't really share this information anymore. So I have taken the time to have these conversations with other individuals so that way we can pass this knowledge and wisdom on to the masses. But again, if we're not reaching those individuals, they're not going to know. So it takes everyone to teach someone. And I mean, with that, the only way that it gets pushed through is to share it on. But tonight we're diving deep into one of life's most universal experiences, grief. Whether it's the loss of a loved one, a relationship, or even a version of ourselves. Grief is something we all face but rarely talk about with honesty and love. Honesty and love, that's something that's big in my family. Thank you, Madre. Don't do
Mm-hmm.
well with this honesty. I'll cut you off real quick.
Mm.
But today, joining me is my mother, Miss B, Beauty. She is a voice of wisdom, growth, and raw truth. As we explore the stages of grief and how to protect our hearts while healing. You still there?
I am. Hello.
Welcome, welcome, welcome back.
Why, thank you.
So
Thank you.
now, first thing I want to do is I want to open it up with a question for you. You ready?
Oh, yes. Let's go. Can you
What does
hear me?
grief mean to you personally?
Um, what does it mean to me personally? It means going
Hmm.
through a time of an emotional time of loss. I guess I'm saying this right. Yeah, going through an emotional time of loss, dealing with loss. That's for me, that's what grief is. Grief is dealing with loss. You want more?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, my follow up question, we'll go into that. You
Mm-hmm.
said dealing with loss. So when you say loss, that doesn't mean that it's just death, right? That's also like shows up in other
No,
ways. For
no,
example,
no. Mm. Um, it shows up. It could be a loss of a loved one, loss of an animal. Um, it could be the
hmm,
loss of finances, loss. Anything that you no longer have and probably will never have again. Pain.
okay.
Okay. You little sound like that ain't where I want to go.
Oh no, no,
Oh,
no. I'm thinking of it. I'm just like, all right, of pain.
yeah.
What was the first? What was the first grievance you've had?
Oh, good Lord. That I can remember.
I know that's only like 5 years to think back, but
You're right. You better add about 60 to that. um, let me see. I can tell you one that for some reason I have not let this go, and I guess it hurt me so much.
hmm,
As a kid, y'all talking about childhood trauma. I had some serious childhood trauma in areas where you wouldn't think that it would produce trauma. Um,
yes,
I this is so hurtful, so sad, so crazy. I was going to school one morning, and I was in elementary school, and I can remember that far back. I'm thinking
yes.
maybe I was 9 years old, 8, 9 years old. Yeah, somewhere back there. It's that old. And I remember having on some clogs. So I would have to Google back when the clogs come out back in that was the 70s. I guess might have been the 60s. But I hate to even say it. I was going out the back door, and I don't remember why I was going out the back door, but I was going out the back door, and a little kitten ran up under my foot, and I stepped on him. And he didn't die
Oh
right
man.
then, but when I came back home, he was dead. And that thing bothered me. I mashed his guts out. And it's just like, oh my God. I was so hurt and I had to go to school with this. And I never really forgot that or forgave myself for killing that little kitten. And it wasn't my fault that he ran up under my foot, but I killed it. It was my fault. Well, I ain't gonna say my fault.
Okay.
I helped him have an early death. And yeah, so that was my first about that I can remember that that sits with me so much. Um, and
Hmm.
to be honest with you, this could have been after my great grandma died. Um, I don't remember grieving her, and maybe it was because of the relationship that we had. It was kind of like I knew she was
Yes.
gonna be around forever. You know what I mean? She died at 97. But I don't remember. I spent a lot of time with her. I was with her all the time. That was my run away from home to get out of trouble to person. You know what I mean? I did something I had no business doing. I'm in no grandma's house because I knew
Yeah.
grandma she was gonna protect me. And it was funny because my great grandma I called grandma, and my grandma I called
Yes.
mom. So it was one of them things. Hey, she was gonna
Hmm.
protect me
That
because
sounds
that was
familiar.
yeah, it does, doesn't it? You always have a protector. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
But I remember, and I don't know if we had a conversation about her going on, or she took me to a lot of funerals. Whenever there was a funeral, she would always take me to the funeral. And that could help as well. So, preparing a child for stuff like that, it helps too. But maybe with me killing that kitten, man, wow. I went through those stages. I can't believe that happened, and I was mad because I did it. And it was like, Lord, let it be home, let it be alive when I get home, and it wasn't. And I guess I'm still grieving because I haven't accepted it. Did I kill the cat?
That's understandable.
Yeah, I need counseling. I killed a cat.
I mean, that's not something to laugh at. I mean, about you need counseling. But in all, the
No,
reason
I'm
why I
talking about
snicker because
I
I
need
was like,
counseling.
counselors need counselors.
I'm laughing because it's reality, it's wisdom when you realize you got a problem.
Hmm.
Now, what you gonna do about it? What you gonna do about it? But as a
Yeah.
grown person, I mean, good Lord, that cat been dead for mm, generations. So I need to let it go. I need to let it go. It wasn't my fault. It wasn't my fault. And the little kid liked me too. The kid liked
Oh,
me. You didn't know that about your mom. See, your mom. And I can tell you why I feel that way. Because I care about stuff. I care about life. Animals and humans,
yes.
I care about. Or maybe I should say humans and animals, I care about. So it would bother me for something like that to happen. And it's hard to believe I was in the military. Thank God I never had to shoot anybody. I probably, but you know what? Fight or flight would have kicked in. Take your tail out before you take me
Yeah.
out. So, yeah.
Yeah. That's the feeling where it's like, am I gonna die here? I'm sorry, you gotta go. Um.
Hey, we both can't. We ain't gonna be no negotiating. But I thank God I never
Yeah.
had to deal with that. God knows what you can handle. He knows what you can handle. You in a position where it's like, wow, mm, he just knows what you can handle. So, all right.
I
What was
want.
your first?
Do you think that men and women handle grief differently?
I I do. I do. And I think um grief has a lot to do with the relationship that you have with someone or something.
Hmm.
I think it has to do with that. And like I was saying about with my great grandma, a preparation, knowing that you're gonna leave. When it comes to death, my grandmother, when she passed, I was expecting that because she had colon cancer. So, I was expecting that.
Yes.
But if it had been, um, so I had an opportunity to grieve her prior to her demise. And that was difficult because I went through the first thing I went through was a shock. Oh my gosh, she's sick. She's sick. But instead of denial, it became reality. And I think that's where when you are you know that something is going to happen. At some point in time, you will deal with the reality of it. But that's not to say, it's
Hmm.
not to negate that you will not go through um those stages. You're gonna go through them.
Yeah.
So yeah. Now
I
you
love
talking
I
about
love
grief.
that you
Hmm. You gonna let me go? Go ahead. You love that I what?
I like that you brought up I love that you brought up the stages when you said stages because I mean that ties into the 5 stages of grief.
Yes, and there could also be seven. That could also be seven. Um, I was
Okay.
I did the Cooper and
What's up,
Ross when I was
Bagzoon?
in. Hmm? I did the Cooper and Ross when I was in
Oh,
school.
oh, saying
And
hello to somebody in there.
hi, hi. Yeah,
you you were saying?
I did Cooper and Ross, and it was 5 stages. But over time they have come up with actually seven. It's those five, and they've added
Okay.
two more to them. Um and I'm looking now, and
Let me go through these five and then let me know what the other two are, okay?
okay, go ahead.
Okay. So the first one that I know of is denial.
Yes,
I remember that because the Nile River. And then with it you have anger
yes,
and bargaining,
yes,
depression, and
yes.
acceptance. What are the other two?
The other two, it actually starts out with shock. They added shock before denial, and which makes a lot of sense because when you
Huh.
have these unexpected deaths or unexpected issues, or when you lose something, you're in
Yeah.
shock. You're in shock. I mean, and I'm gonna use something very trivial. Earbuds. I lost my earbud the other day, and I was in shock because it's like, man, I've
Hmm.
had these things for all this time. I spent, and I love Bose. I love Bose, but I've had them for a long time, and it was probably God's way of saying, it's time for another pair. But when I lost them, I couldn't believe that I had lost them. And it's like I thought I threw them in my purse. But when I looked at my case, they weren't in my case. And
Hmm.
I always, put them in my case. But I was really shocked. And, in shock, it was like, okay, let me go back and see if I can find this and all of that. And I just couldn't find them. But I was really at awe that, wow, girl, you had these things for how long? And you did what? That's crazy. Even call and see if have you seen this one Bose earbud? I don't know what anybody would do with it if they find it other than throw it in the trash. But I was really in shock over that. And the last one that they've
I can.
added, huh? Huh?
I was gonna say. I can understand how the shock comes before denial because with
Uh-huh.
denial, it's ultimately you just telling yourself like this can't be real. You're trying to
Exactly.
distract yourself from reality.
Right. So you're gonna get a shock.
So I mean, with it, it's like, yeah, denial protects us from shock.
Mm,
So I'm like, if the shock comes first, then the next thing you're gonna end up doing is being like, nah, nah. Like you're shocked immediately that this happened, and then you're trying to tell
mm.
yourself like, no, that no. Like with your earrings, you're like,
Okay.
nah, I
Okay.
couldn't have lost those.
Yeah.
I put them in my purse. Like, so I'm
Uh-huh.
like, I can see how the shock comes first, and then for you to get out of that shock state, you go into denial,
Uh-huh.
trying to keep that
Oh.
reality away because maybe you're not ready to deal with it just then or whatever it is. But staying in denial, that's going to keep you from healing.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you must always be real. You must always come. You must always in and I think this is one of those stages where you need to quickly get out of denial and accept that this is what's going on. And that these
Hmm.
stages don't go in order. They don't go in order. You can go from shock to
Yeah.
processing grief.
Everybody handles things differently.
Everybody handles
Yep.
things differently, and that's why or and then you can go from shock to depression. And that's why I'm one of those where I don't tell people to get over it. I don't tell people that you should have been through this by now. No, that is wrong because that's minimizing their pain, and we should never minimize anybody's pain because it's their pain. It's what they go through. Yes, there comes a
Right.
time to where it may be unhealthy, and perhaps if you are close enough to that person, have a conversation with them. Where are you with this? How are you dealing with this? Um,
Hmm.
have you thought about doing something to help you to come to reality to the acceptance of this? I had someone that lost someone, and
Yeah.
I don't remember who it was, and I'm not supposed to, but I remember a technique that I used, and it was
Hmm.
simple as a rock. Get a rock and write their name on this rock and put this rock in a safe
Yeah.
place and let them go. You have to let it go. Let them go or let it go.
Yep.
A piece of clothing. Um, start with that. Start to let things go, but in your time. but it can't be 10, 15 years down the road. That's when it becomes a mental problem. It can become a mental problem from holding on to it. That's holding on,
What
whereas keeping it as if it just happened yesterday.
mhm.
Time should heal.
What is the second one that they added on?
The second one they added was processing grief. Processing.
Processing
Yeah,
grief. Okay.
processing grief. Yeah, processing it. And that's just pretty much of what I'm talking about now. Processing that stuff. Um, Finding a way to move forward, expressing it through, through just like with that rock, clothing,
Mhm.
support groups, and your favorite thing, practicing self-care. Yeah,
Yeah, self-care is important.
yeah. And something else
Extremely
that we
important.
do, that we don't even you wouldn't even tie to those stages is journaling. Journaling, putting your stuff on processing it on paper. That helps a lot. That helps journaling,
Yeah.
writing that stuff out. It helps with music and art and writing. It helps with so much.
Mhm.
That's a
That's how
healer.
we express ourselves.
Yes, express yourself.
So
My
another
sinus
one
was
of the
acting up.
stages is I've been sneezing like crazy too. I'm trying to.
I'm
I'm in
sweating.
the process of ignoring it. Another one of the stages is anger.
Mm-hmm.
So oftentimes doing something along the lines of like, why did this happen to me?
Mm-hmm. Or
And
why did
like
you
usually
leave?
the healthy side of anger
Mm-hmm.
versus destructive reactions. That's something right there. How do
Mm-hmm.
you deal with the anger that comes with it? Do you get very destructive? Do you lash out with words? Do you sit down and allow yourself to process the emotions and where it's coming from while you go over the last memories of when you
Mm-hmm.
had that goldfish before it got flushed down the toilet?
I didn't do that. Um, Anger. Anger. Anger is a natural
Mhm.
response. I don't know where my pillow at. I got a pillow with all of the emotions on it. And I love this pillow. I don't know where I threw it at. But
I don't know either.
it shows the different things that encompasses anger. And
Mhm.
with anger being an emotion, you gotta manage those emotions. Manage them. Now you first gotta say, are you angry at you? Or are you angry at the situation? Are you angry at the person,
Mhm.
or other people? But whatever you do with anger, you need to express it. You need to. This is where your friends come in. That's why God created us as social creatures, and this is where your buddy comes in, your
Yes.
friend comes in, your mom, your dad, whoever you trust with certain parts of you that you don't want to give to someone else. Um, and that's where they come in, and you express why you how you feel. I was upset at Uncle Roger when he died because he didn't tell me he was sick. I was mad. He didn't tell me this. He didn't tell me the truth, and I was upset. I was really upset. I was really upset, and Grandma was really upset. Grandma was so upset she was taking stuff out on me. I'm like, I'm out of here. You talking about throwing me in the ring? I'm going back to Hawaii. Peace out. I'm done. But it was she had to go through that, and and I had to go through that because I had, we were 7 years apart, but I had some good memories with him. Good memories with him. I found my pillow.
Mhm.
Um, and it says that what is this?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, is you have your primary and your
What?
secondary emotions, and what? What? Somebody said something. What did they say?
No, he was like, I found it, and it says, yeah. I was like, what?
It's talking to me,
I'm like, the
baby.
pillow does not say yeah. I was like,
It
that's not one of
talks.
them.
It's talking. No, it doesn't say yeah. Okay.
What are the 7 stages of grief? Well, the first one is yeah.
You so crazy. Okay, it has the primary and the secondary reasons of why we are angry, and it's got anger as being
Mhm.
let down, and under let down, it has, you could feel be let down because you feel like you betrayed, or it could be resentful. And I'm gonna go through all of them.
Yeah.
Humiliated, bitter, mad, aggressive, frustrated, distant, critical. Um, and when you what distant, you withdrawn, you numb, um,
Mhm.
aggressive, provoked, hostile. All of those things, you will, you're gonna let it out. I mean, you think about it. Now, I wasn't angry when I lost my earbuds. I was a little bit disappointed, but I wasn't angry.
Yes.
Um, was I? It was serious, but it wasn't that serious. You know what I mean? Okay, you lost them. I thank God I got money to
Mhm.
go buy another pair. Okay, and it was time. It was definitely time. Now, and I thought about it. I'm like, okay, if you run up on the earbud, what you gonna do with it? I don't know. I ain't processed that yet, but I don't know. But it's was that a stage that was skipped? Yeah, it was a stage that was skipped. I haven't become angry about that. But when you think about some of the things that you lose and how you lose it, my best friend's daughter, son, 7 years old, Zion, North Carolina, Fayetteville, North Carolina, a year and a half ago, was killed in a drive-by shooting. Zion was the life of life. And this little boy was killed, careless, careless. The last day of school that night, he was killed. And was she angry? You darn right she was angry. She had a right to be angry for so many reasons. You took my child. And why? Guns on the highway, on the street. It's just so I could relate to that. I could relate to that. That was something to be angry about. And I don't know if her anger came probably before the shock. It probably did. Or they may have come together. I don't know. I don't know. But depending
That
on
makes
your
me
loss,
think.
I hate to keep messing with my nose. Please forgive me, y'all. But I don't, I think it's allergies.
She's just getting a little bump. Getting a
Oh
little bump.
boy.
Just get the energy back.
Yeah. I need a breath. Yeah. But that makes you think about what?
when it comes when it comes down to grief, I feel like men and women handle grief differently.
Okay. Left side, right side. Yeah, I can see that. Left brain, right brain. hmm
Like, yeah, a lot of men will end up, from what I've noticed, a lot of men will remove themselves. They won't get like real emotional per se. They'll find ways to keep themselves busy. They release a lot of anger out of doing things.
I would say this. It depends on what type of man it is.
Hmm.
It depends on the type. Again, because everybody handles things, it depends on that relationship. And I'm gonna keep it with death
Yeah.
right now. It depends. I've seen grown men, strong grown men. I mean, tears running down their face. When you lost a part of
Mm-hmm.
you really, when you lose somebody, you lose a part of you. It's a part of you. When Uncle Raji passed away, man, I had this emptiness in me for the longest. And it was like when he left, he took a part of me with him. When grandma passed away, it was like she took a part of me with me. A part of me went with her. And it's a part that only she could feel.
Hmm.
Yeah. And I guess that was the loneliness of not being, but it was just loneliness. Well, could nobody feel that part but her? Nobody but her. You make any sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but they handle it,
Loneliness that
you know.
only that person can feel.
Yeah. And everybody, not to generalize any particular category of um, male or female, but I think it depends on the type of
Mhm.
person as to how you handle something. Because something happened earlier this week and you saw a side of me that you've never seen before. Whereas you thought that I would be turned upside down on my head, just letting go. I was in full flight. That's no full fight. I was in fight mode.
Mhm.
Like, this got to be taken care of. There's some things that need to be taken care of and verified that needs to go on. And that's how I
Yes.
am. It's not time yet for me to
Mhm.
woe is me. It's not time. It's not that time. It's some things that's got to happen before. There's some things that's got to happen before. And that's the type of person I am. And there are men that would do the emotions. It depends on how you manage your emotions, how you manage it.
Mhm.
And I'm telling you, for death, until that person is buried, cremated, or whatever the case may be, until the funeral is over, memorial service is over, and you don't get those phone calls, you don't get that free food, you don't get the knocks on the doors.
Oh my
That
God.
right there is the time when grief sets in, the worst, because you're
Mm.
alone and you get to process what's really going on. But that's when you really need someone.
Mhm. The reality hits.
When everybody is gone home, everybody is like, you need to get over this now. It's been 24 hours. We going home. No, that's when you need somebody the most. When
I
you
want to
lay
get
them
through
rest.
these last couple stages, and then we
That's
can talk
fine.
about. Um, we can have our conversation on it. Let's go ahead and do
Uh-huh.
the educational part first.
Okay, so you got what?
All right.
Denial,
So with it, we had
anger,
just did
hmm anger,
processing,
y-
shock.
um, hmm
Now we're on
bargaining.
bargaining.
I like bargaining. I like bargaining.
Mm-hmm.
Bargaining is
Why do you like?
I like bargaining because
Why do you like
we
bargaining?
in life we do a lot of bargaining. And I like the number one bargain that
Mm-hmm.
everyone does. I ain't gonna say everyone does. I have to watch that. I like the number one bargaining we used to do when we were in the military, traveling over to Thailand. We're drunk as skunks, so drunk until you couldn't say nothing but Lord, if you get me out of this one, I promise you I won't do it no more. That was a bargain of all bargains. If you make a way for this to be better, for me to make it, I promise you I won't do it no more. People
Mm.
bargain when they have loved ones in the hospital on their deathbed. Lord, don't take them. Take me
Yeah.
instead. Bargaining is deep. It's really deep because that's when
Yep.
you pour out your spirit to God. Sometimes it may be to the judge. Hey, can you do this? Because you're about to lose somebody. That's you can get somebody getting ready to go to prison, getting ready to
Yeah.
go to, for an extended period. You're gonna lose them. And there is going to be those stages of grief. I don't believe you getting 50 years and you 20 years old and we got 4 kids. That's shock.
Mm.
Okay. Judge, he got 4 kids. We'll make sure, we'll do this, that, and the other, but please have mercy. That's bargaining. We make unrealistic expectations of someone to change this thing, reverse it, make it not so bad. It's a dream, right? I'm gonna wake up. That's bargaining with yourself.
Yeah. I mean, the spiritual meaning behind bargaining is ultimately just trying to regain control.
And you know what? That's what I did with that little kitten. Bargaining. Well, let that thing be alive when I get home. What if I had a look down up under my foot? Then it would be alive. If only I had been looking where I was going.
Yeah.
If only it hadn't run out here under my foot, and it was
Oh
probably
my
running from
goodness.
me. Yeah, bargaining. You're gonna try to have some rationalization in your head where if this had not happened, or could it be this way? What if we try this? You know what I'm saying? We gonna try to make that thing better.
So you're a woman of faith. I want to ask you
I'm a
this and
woman
see
of
if you can
God.
come up
Yeah,
with
I'm a
an
woman
answer
of
to it.
God. Mm-hmm.
How can faith help you surrender
Ooh,
instead of bargain?
ooh, 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 ooh. That right there is good. How can faith? Because number one, when it comes with loss, as a woman of God, I
Hmm.
understand that is is if I can get it out. As sure as we are born, we are going to leave here. That was an old song that says we all
Yes.
have a reservation without the privilege of cancellation. We're going to leave this place. We're going to leave. So the responsibility is, how do you leave? Not in what manner of death do you partake into, but how do you prepare yourself for leaving here? That's one thing. That's one thing. But knowing that we are all gonna leave, I try to make good memories. Try to make
Hmm.
memories. Okay. So that I will have those good memories to fall back on. Now, my faith in God, when I lose someone, now losing someone, I just pray for strength. God, help me through this. Help me through it. I know this is your child. I know that you have given me, and I'm not speaking of child in the sense of an adolescent. I'm speaking as a child of God.
Yeah.
You have given us or me this person for a specific amount of time to build a relationship with, to call, to talk to lean, to form a relationship with, to be a friend to, a friend with.
Hmm.
But now it's time for them to go and be with you. It's your time, Lord. And I cannot be selfish in saying, Lord, why you take this person from me, knowing that that's your creation. You allowed me an opportunity to be with them here on earth. But if heaven is our home, why are we gonna get mad when somebody go home? It's hard if we
Right.
have loved them the way that we're supposed to love them. It's hard. It's hard to let go. But God is an ever present help in the time of trouble. And I fall on Him and His word. I fall on His word to get an understanding. It'll put you on your knees a little bit more praying. It'll put you on your knees a little bit more. You draw closer to Him and He eases your pain. You have to draw closer to Him to
Okay.
ease that
So that's
pain.
how. So that's how
Mhm.
faith. That's how faith can help surrender instead of bargain. You draw closer to God.
Yes. You get an understanding. You understand that it's no bargaining here. They're not coming back. They're not
Hmm.
coming back. You lose a material
Okay.
animals. They ain't coming back. Reagan died. Y2J died. They ain't coming back. They dead dogs
Mm.
now. Yeah.
Why you
And
gotta
that
say
hurt.
that?
I know. My little they gone. But the fun that we had with them dogs, you never
Yeah.
forget it. You
Yeah.
never forget it.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Moments. And that's what living is all
Reagan, little
about.
buzzard.
Reagan, I ain't never seen a dog so lazy he gonna low crawl so you can pick him up. Get hit by a
Yeah.
car
I
and walk
mean,
away. Big butt. But you
I
never
was like,
ran
"Are you
down that road
serious?" And
again.
he was like, "I'm done." Yeah, and he was like, I remember, I still remember that he had me crawl under that fence. I go get him, like Reagan, boom, roll under the tire, comes back, and he crawls over to me. And he's like, "I want to go home." Like, give me that look, like I'm gonna just take me
I'm
home. I
done.
was like, "Let's go, bro." Yeah, I was like, "What the heck?" He was perfectly fine. Nothing was wrong with him. I was like, "You's a
Yeah,
tank, you little pug. You a tank."
it's a
But flowing
tank.
in off of that, the next stage is depression.
Yeah, that's where a lot of people get caught up in and don't get out
Depression.
of it.
The this hurts too
Yeah.
much. Yeah.
Go
How
into
do
that
you
shell.
identify when grief becomes depression?
I assume depression is something hard for the person to identify because you depression is a we talked a little bit about this last week. Depression is a sneaky little thing, man. It'll have you believe in one
Hmm.
thing and it's something else. So, you get depressed and you want
Yeah.
to isolate yourself, and you may
Yep.
use the excuse that you know what, I just want to be alone right now. I just need some time to myself so I can get through this. Depression will cause you to start to be angry towards
Mm-hmm.
others. Um, Depression may even get you to the point where you commit suicide. You know what I mean? And you may just take your life because you feel like I can't deal with this
Yeah.
anymore. I don't want to deal with this anymore. It hurts too bad. Depression hurts. It hurts. And that's why I say to
I
all my
mean,
sisters and brothers,
sometimes you.
but
I'm letting you finish.
oh, so, that's why I say to all my sisters and brothers, and and I'm speaking to African Americans, to the black people, especially the black men. Don't be so prideful that you can't talk to
Mm-hmm.
someone about how you feeling. It's okay. Don't suck it up and say you a man. Be the man that's gonna get some help, because it's difficult for anyone to try to
Mm.
deal with someone when they're in depression. You have to admit you have a problem. You know what? I just thought of something. Depression needs a 12 step, 12
Uh-oh.
steps. Yeah. But yeah, I'm serious about depression. You get in there and you don't want to come out. And like I said, you isolate yourself. And when you isolate yourself, you just hearing your
Mm-hmm.
own voice. Own voice. If you're not relying on God, you ain't hear nobody but your own voice. You're not getting those whispers. It's gonna be okay. It's all right. You're gonna make it. You're getting the
I
negatives.
do want to
Woe
say
is
though that
me. Mhm.
but it is good as well, because sometimes you really do need to sit in alone to kind of address the sadness and then finally release it.
But not be depressed.
Because sometimes you need to be, yeah. But I'm like,
Hmm.
sitting, how you spoke about earlier with the depression, the isolation. I'm like, isolating yourself away from people, because think about it. There's some individuals who think better when they're not around a bunch of noise. There's individuals who thrive off chaos. There's individuals who work better when, or can think better when they have no noise, when they're by themselves,
Hmm.
where they can solve a lot of issues when it's just themselves that they have to pay attention to.
Okay, so and you know what? Because it is a step in there, it's a natural step, a natural response,
Hmm.
a natural state. I would say move forward, move forward. Don't stay there. Move forward. And I changed from saying to go through. No, because sometimes we go through, we want
Hmm.
to stop. We want to stop and smell the
Yes.
dead roses. Um, no, move forward, move forward. That means a lot to me
Move
now.
through.
No, move forward, move forward. You go through stuff, but move forward,
Mm.
move forward,
Okay.
because that's forward motion. You're dealing with it and you're steadily moving forward. You're not slipping behind, you're not
Yeah.
lagging. You're moving, you're moving.
And that's the
Perpetual movement.
acceptance. That's the acceptance. It's
That's
time to
part of
move
the
forward.
acceptance. Yes, I like that. Yes, yes, I like that. That's the acceptance. And what they say, acceptance and hope. Yes, I like that.
Acceptance.
Hmm.
Ultimately, I guess the best way to explain how it looks is not forgetting, but transforming.
I like
So I'm not
what
forgetting.
uh-huh. It doesn't mean the pain is gone.
I was gonna say,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I'm like, you're not forgetting the individual. You're not forgetting the item. You're not
Uh-uh.
forgetting everything
Uh-uh.
that all the memories you've had with it. But now you're
Uh-huh.
transforming it into something that keeps you going on, continuing
Right.
forward. It's like you had that, you had the times
Mm-hmm.
with them,
Mm.
with whatever. And
Mm-hmm.
then you can't find it
Mm.
anymore. I'm just gonna start saying that, and
Mm.
regardless on if you lost a person, because when something's lost,
Mm-hmm.
you just can't find it. But one thing that I love about when things get lost is it always ends up getting found. It might not be found
Right.
from you, but
Yeah.
somebody else may find it. So with it,
Yeah.
that you have to think of it. All right, bet I may have lost you, but something or someone else found you. And all the joy that we had, I now know is going to be multiplied with someone else. That's
Yes.
that's how
Yes.
I like to think of it. So
Yes.
I'm just like, you know what? It's selfish of me to think that I need to have you to myself.
Hmm. When God
Because
created
I mean, I'm
me
gonna see you again.
to worship him. Exactly. To be absent from the body is to be present from the Lord. And that's what I believe, because that's what his word says. To be absent from the body is to be present from the Lord. But does that mean that, hey, you're I'm gonna be in his presence, but I don't know how long. But for me, it's gonna be eternity. But some people may not be there for eternity.
Hmm.
We all, every knee shall bow and tongue confess. Okay. And at that time, is it going to be before you get there or when you get there? Are you going to be,
Mm.
this is totally different, but are you going to be the one that he's going to say, well done, my good and faithful servant? Come on in. Will that be you? So, that's why it's important. And what I was saying earlier about how you live, how you living, how you living.
How you living?
Everybody think, they're going to heaven. The devil is a liar. With the way we
Nope.
acting right now, that's grief. Or that's another form of grief for me. On seeing how divided
Hmm.
we are as a people right now is depressing. It's
That
depressing.
part.
Yes,
That part right there.
it makes no sense.
Mm.
Somebody called somebody a dumber rat the other day. I'm like, what?
Oh, what?
A dumber rat, a dumber rat.
He's
Instead of a
a
Democrat, it was a
Democrat.
dumber rat.
Oh, like okay. The politics. Okay.
But it's
Wow.
amazing though,
That's funny. I have
politics has
no.
separated people. It's taken away the humanity. And anybody that has been called into the people profession, I'm gonna use the word called, where you really care about people, when you would do whatever it is that needs to be done to
Mhm.
help people, where you are a sacrifice for others. With what's going on right now, that junk hurt. It hurts. And I'm telling you, you get
Quick
the
question.
shock,
What
the
does that have to do with
denial,
acceptance?
nothing. I
Oh,
can't
you're
accept
going through
that.
all the stages. I was
I
okay. All
can't. I
right. I was
can't.
wondering. I was like, this isn't what we talking about right now.
Oh yeah, it's what we're talking about because I'm
So
shocked. I'm
with
in
it,
denial.
I
I'm
want to hit
angry.
the
Hmm.
yeah. We're going
I
through
like how you.
that right there. You're going
I
through all the
like.
stages. I'm like, but
I
we
like
on
how you keep.
acceptance right now.
I like how you keep me in line. Go ahead. Yes, I can't accept it,
So with that,
but I'll have
yeah,
hope.
you can't accept it. We talking about acceptance. You were still in denial. So
Yeah, I can't accept it, but you know what? And this is crazy. I can't accept it, but I have hope that it's gonna get better.
I don't think
I
that's one of
can't
the
accept.
stages. Hope isn't one of the
No, it's
stages.
it's it's acceptance and hope. Some put hope, acceptance and hope with it. But the simple fact is, the acceptance is coming to terms with the reality, and hope is you start to see a way forward and start
Hmm.
to live again. That's hope. You see a way forward.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, some of them put them together, which makes a lot of sense to me. It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
But go
Yeah.
ahead.
I see
Um,
how it makes sense. What you were saying,
but
I see how it makes sense. It just wasn't on the topic that we was at right at that moment.
oh, I'm sorry.
We
That's
was talking
why
about
the
just acceptance.
storm. Oh no. Okay.
Nah, you good.
Uh, stay together, but go
Oh
okay.
my gosh. All
I'm
right.
sorry,
Anywho,
Mister.
let's
Mister,
talk about the role
you invited me on
gratitude
this.
and reflection. Let's talk about the role that gratitude and reflection in finding peace. How gratitude and reflection helps you in finding peace.
During grief.
Acceptance. Finishing up acceptance.
How does gratitude and what?
But yes, in grief.
Let me write this down. Gratitude.
Gratitude and reflection.
Oh, that's where you think of the good times.
Hmm.
I would say that's where making those memories come in. And good
Yeah.
memories of a
Looking back.
relationship. Yeah, yeah. Good memories is what helps you to move. That's that hope that you said I'm not part of it. But it helps you to live again.
Oh my gosh.
It helps you to live
I feel
again.
like when it comes down to the acceptance, the gratitude and
Mm-hmm.
reflection, I feel like acceptance, parts of acceptance get revisited during the stages of grief.
Yeah. Mm, mm.
It's not
Okay.
I don't
It's okay
believe
dealing
that
with the
you'll hit
terms
the
of reality.
stages one at a time.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I don't
Yeah.
think that the stages of grief, it's like, hey, you go through the stage of bargaining and the stage of depression. I feel like
Mm-hmm.
it's interchangeable. You may end up getting that shock. And
Mm-hmm.
then with it, you
Mm,
might get a little bit of acceptance, but that might also lead to depression afterwards. But then with it, you might end up getting that anger also during the time you may have some of that depression, but then you'll end up accepting some other things because if you think about it, when that reality of denial is coming through, you're going to be thinking of other things unless you're the type of individual who just has a very pessimistic mind to where you just start finding all the bad things and woe is me and start going down the
mm-hmm.
Debbie
Mm-hmm.
Downer path. I know
Mm-hmm.
for a lot of other individuals, they may end up finding something that's good and maybe end up thinking of something that's bad, but then also thinking about the end of what happened with that and end up getting a little laugh out of it. But then they'll
Mm-hmm.
start thinking of different things that will kind of counteract the negative or possibly bring them down a little more from the positive,
Mm,
and that cycle will keep going. So it's like I feel as if the acceptance, the bargaining, depression, anger, and denial, it's almost
mm-hmm.
like an Ouroboros. Like it's just going to continue in a cycle until they
Mm,
finally end up getting the acceptance to the point where now they have gotten to a point to where they understand, and it's
mm,
a constant reflection of when they think about this situation again in the future.
Or you find a way to live with it. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. I like that.
Yeah, pretty
I
much what
agree.
I was saying with a whole lot less words.
Yeah. That's left side, right side. Yeah. I like
So
that.
men and women do handle grief differently.
No, in this case, you and I we cannot say everybody does that. But no, it depends on the type of person that you are, how you handle it. Yeah. But
Mhm.
yeah, I like what you're saying.
What about,
Mm,
do you think that grief teaches you to value love more deeply?
yes. I think it teaches you to value life.
Mm,
Value life.
life.
Yeah, it should teach you to how to value humanity, the importance of breath, because in a moment it could be gone. That person could be gone. Anybody could be gone. Um, but yes, teaches you how to love and respect others. Or
Mhm.
should. It should. It should. It should
Yeah, that
also teach us that
should.
how
We have that.
how.
We gotta
Hmm.
have that. Put that.
Yeah. I mean, to it should also, for those of faith, it should also show you how much you're loved by your creator God, Yahweh. It should.
Mhm.
Because it's so many of us human beings running around. Or and you know what? Let me say it like
Yes.
this. You can relate to this. You remember going out to Waianae and you go through Kapolei, past Kapolei. It's a beach over there where the locals
Yeah.
used to hang out in that beach. But it was like up, you could get up on this little hill, this little
You
incline,
you
and you could look
talking about
over
right
at
there
the
in
water.
Nanakuli or actually all the way in
And it
Waianae?
was before you got to Nanakuli. It was just on the other side of Kapolei.
Okay.
And just an incline. And then
Mhm.
the ocean was off to the left, and you could see all these people off into the ocean swimming. Look like little ants out there in that big old body of water. Little ant, I kid you not. We go back over there. I'm gonna take you there. But it's the point that I want to make is We are so small. When you look down from above, we
Yeah.
are so small, but we are so significant to
Facts.
God. I mean, there's a scripture that says, "Who am I that you are mindful of me?" Oh, and the song says, "Oh, how you love me." When you see that and you realize the love that God has for us, where He reaches and teaches each one of us, and I'm not gonna say we look like little ants to Him, but to me, all I was seeing was like little bobbleheads out in the water. I was like, oh,
Mm,
that was a spiritual moment for me. Oh my God. We
bruh.
are so significant. We are so loved. And we don't even know that. We miss that someone cares for us and loves us so much. So when we start to lose people, that's where, just know that, you know what? God loves us too. God loves us too. Did I really mess that up?
Mm-mm-mm. No, you did not. I mean, you pretty much flew us into the closing here. I mean, sometimes you don't heal by moving on. You heal by growing through.
Mm, like it. T-shirt.
But hey, I right. Everything, even loss happens for a divine
Yeah.
purpose. I'm like, we're not supposed to be here. We have things, we have tasks, we have purpose. There are things that
Loss
we
means
are
love.
here to do.
I got another one for you. Yes, I'm gonna text this one to you.
Okay.
Hmm
I'm have to put this on a shirt as well.
Yeah, I don't want nobody to steal this one.
I'm telling you, like us just doing episodes. We coming up with stuff for the shirts for the clothing line. So
Hmm
respect. But I want to go ahead and let all
hmm
the warriors of love know, all y'all who are here, protect your peace, honor your pain, and remember, healing isn't forgetting what you lost. It's remembering who you are through it. All right. I say that again. Healing isn't forgetting what you lost. It's remembering who you are through it. Now, with it, I gotta, as you already know, we always end with the gratitude and what you learned.
Mm.
So please, gratitude and what you learned.
I I'm grateful that you chose this subject because with things going on in our immediate family, um
Hmm.
we're going through some grief right now. But and I think we are pretty much are at acceptance because we know what's going on and we've accepted it. Not to, I mean, regardless of what happens, something is going to happen. So it's just brought everything to reality. So I'm grateful that you chose this topic to bring it out because it makes you think about how I'm living, how am I going to handle this, that, and the other. I've been blessed, and I thank God for life. And I'm trying not to spill, the beans or whatever. I thank God for life, and I thank God for memories. I thank
Yes.
Him for this old brain where I can go back and think of something that was funny and laugh about it. The healing of all, I can laugh about it, and when I laugh about it, it's like, wow, the hurt's not so bad after all because we lived.
Hmm.
We lived. What did I learn? I learned that you didn't know that there were 7 stages of grief. No, I'm joking. I
I
don't you don't have I'm messing with you. Let me leave you alone. I know how to rub your feathers.
no, I was just
Um
saying. I was like, I really thought there was five. Growing up, I remember five, but I
yeah.
mean, I don't know. There's
You
so many
know,
Mandela effects these days. Who knows? It could have always been
uh,
seven.
uh, they have you never know. Yeah, they added some in there, which is good because as we is the right word evolve? as we grow, I'm not gonna say evolve because I ain't turning it into nothing. I'm
Mhm.
getting better, but I am what I am. But as we grow and mature and become wiser, we realize that our forefathers did a great job on creating things for us, for with knowledge, pulling together knowledge. But
Yes.
then, as technology goes about and as the world gets bigger and we start adding so much into it, there are things that need to be added into what they already discovered for us. And now we're putting our spin on it, and that next generation, or whoever comes along, then things for them will be different, and they will add more into it, um, which will help us to sustain life, which will help us to grow and to be better. So that's how we roll as human beings.
Facts.
So that's pretty much that's what I learned. That's what I learned. Yeah, it's getting better. It's getting better. That's what I learned from
Mm.
this. So I'm grateful that you chose this
Well,
subject.
for my gratitude, I it just comes to me. It seemed like the right time.
Mm,
It it it,
amen.
it seems like the right time. I mean,
Amen.
again, these are conversations that households need to have. That real talk,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I lead by example. Always have, always will.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. It's a lot. Yeah. You're preparing yourself. You're preparing, and we need to be prepared.
Hmm.
People don't want to talk about death, but you need to, because you're
Mm-mm.
gonna go. You're gonna go, and what are you leaving behind for others to have to deal with? And I think that should be a
Exactly.
topic as well. Getting your affairs in order, because we don't.
Mm.
We don't.
True. I
We
mean,
don't.
shoot, people don't really do nothing while they're alive anyway.
No,
But
because
anywho,
we're in
let me
denial.
go ahead and start closing this out.
Thank
Let
you
me
for
start
having me on your
closing this out
show.
because we'll sit here and be talking for a long time. I know. Thank you
Yeah.
for thank you for coming back. I appreciate that.
Coming back.
But I'm
What
gonna
you
go ahead
coming
and
for?
start closing this out. So I said, thank you for keep coming back
Oh, oh,
every week. You right there. You right there.
amen, brother.
Hold on. Stay on. Oh my goodness. But yo, this was another episode of Divine Time. If this message touched your spirit, share it with someone who needs healing today. All right. You can check us out live every Saturday at 7:15. What is this? Eastern Standard Time and 4:15 Pacific Standard Time. You can catch us on TikTok. You can catch us on YouTube. Find us Facebook, Kick, Twitch. It'd probably be easiest to just go ahead and find us on any podcast streaming network, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, anything along those lines. Y'all can type in a hashtag Divine Time Podcast. Should pop right up. But hey, thank y'all again. Relax your minds. Divine Time. Hey, beautiful souls. If you love deep conversations about life, love, and spiritual growth, help us reach more like minded people. Like, comment, and share to push these powerful episodes through the algorithm. Let's build a community that thrives on wisdom and connection. Find us everywhere: YouTube at Danley_Divine, Facebook and Kick at Divine Time Podcast, and also follow the blog, divinetime.blog. If you're looking for your soul tribe, join our Telegram group, Warriors of Love. Together we rise. Divine time is now. Hey, beautiful souls. If you love deep conversations,